I'm starting off my list with Twilight Princess. I've honestly heard a lot of people say that this game sucks and it's the worst Zelda game ever, but honestly it's by no means a bad game. It's just not that great. At least not great in terms of Zelda standards. I have two major problems with this game. One, it tried way too hard to be dark, but it wasn't dark in a unique way. It was dark in a just blackish kind of way. Where are the colors? And two, the world was huge, but I felt no incentive to explore it. It was just dull. Sure, you had some occasional interesting characters like Agatha, who apparently has a sexual attraction to bugs, and the weird clown guys, but the world itself was just naked, and not in a sexy way. Midna, however, is an incredibly awesome character, and she really made this game for me. Until she... spoiler alert. 3, 2, 1... turns into a freaky looking lady. Nintendo, no want! And now for another Zelda game that's bashed quite frequently, Zelda 2. Sure, it's ugly. Sure, sometimes it's more like a Final Fantasy game than a Zelda game, and sure, Death Mountain is complete balls. But I still enjoy it. The side-scrolling may feel off considering it's a Zelda game, but it's a nice change of pace from the rest of the games. And though it was hard, it made me feel super awesome anytime I killed something. Until you realize that you have to start back from the beginning when you die.
I can't believe you've done this.
It may not be the best Zelda game, but it does have one of the funniest bosses ever. I don't know why, this guy is just hilarious to me. Hello, I'm a dragon. Hey, I'm still a dragon. Oh, here I am. Hey.
Oh, you killed me.
I know, A Link to the Past is really popular with a lot of people, but for a Zelda game, it just never did much for me. I mean, it's still a great game, of course, but personally, I don't understand how it's some people's all-time favorite in the series. Different strokes for different folks, I guess. To me, the game just lacks some of the magic that other Zelda games capture so well. I don't like some of the music as much, I don't like the art style as much, and while playing it, I just don't have as much fun. But again, if it's your favorite, don't get me wrong, it's still a stellar game and nobody is ever going to agree on everything perfectly. Honestly, I think hearing different opinions on which Zelda games are the best is fun, but I think there's one thing we can all agree on. This guy is a douche. Huh, 100 rupees to open a chest? Sounds like a good deal to me. 20 rupees? Sir, I am not pleased with your game and I request a refund in full. Screw it, you've bested me. Please, take this as my peace offering. See ya! Alright, I know these games aren't technically the same, but for the sake of this list, I'm putting them together. The Oracle's games, Oracle of Ages and Seasons. Let's be real here. The main difference between these two games is that in Seasons, you get to dance with a hot girl that's at least 10 years older than you. Sweet. In Ages, you get to listen to a girl sing and look like a creeper. Less sweet, but still pretty sweet. These games remind me a lot of the original Zelda. This looks familiar. And the old man is here. Except you can't attack him. It's even got similar bosses, like the dragon. Except this one's less sucky. But only slightly. The one that started them all, the original Zelda for the NES. I actually wasn't even born when this game came out. I share the birthday year of the Super Famicom. We're best friends. But that doesn't stop me from appreciating the awesomeness that this game had to offer at the time and still does to this day. There's none of that pesky story business. You start the game, talk to the creepy old guy in the cave, and bam, you're off. Time to start exploring. And boy, was there a lot to find. There's tons of secrets in this game, and I'm envious of the people who played this game when it first came out. It had to be fun to be some of the first people to discover all the stuff this game had hidden, unlike today where people just look it up. Okay, the internet told me that you gotta put the fire on the tree over there. Yeah, that one. Cool. Man, Steve, we are so good at this game. Bottom line, this game is classic, and although there have been tons of improvements in both the game and technology since, this game is still super fun to play. Why is Link's Awakening a good Zelda game? Because it has Mario enemies, that's why. You got Boos, Shy Guys, and even Goombas. But they still suck. Link's Awakening always had a unique charm to me. It was the first handheld Zelda game to ever come out, and it's by far my favorite of the bunch. My favorite part of this game was always running around with a chain chomp because he eats people whole. Eat it! He can even eat an entire shark with one bite. Oh wait, that's just a fish. Well, that's cool. About 20% less cool to be exact. I always wondered why the shopkeeper with the insta-kill laser blaster couldn't be the hero instead of me, but then I figured out, spoiler alert for an 18-year-old game, he doesn't actually exist. Here's one that I'm sure might surprise a lot of people. Yes, Ocarina of Time. And yes, only at number 4. And yes, I am slightly crazy, but for many more reasons than just this. This game, possibly even more so than the original Zelda, is a classic in every sense of the word, and it may even be technically the best Zelda game ever made, but who can really say? Either way, that doesn't make it my favorite Zelda game by default. It is still, however, one of the most amazing games of all time. Even to this day playing it, I notice things that I never noticed before, like Mario in the gang hanging out in the castle. How did I never see this? Zelda games have always been weird, but this was the first game where I really started to take notice. What's this lady's problem? Whatever it is, I think this guy's had just about enough. I was about to go ahead and move on to number 3, but I have to wait for this guy to get out of the way first. You know what? Screw this. Bomb solve everything. Wind Waker? How could you put this game so high? Look at the graphics, they suck! Hold your horses there, buddo. This game, despite the incredibly unwarranted criticism of the cel-shaded graphics, is a superb Zelda game and just a game in general. What's not to love? You can be a pirate and find treasure! That's not how you do it. This game also has one of my favorite characters in the entire series, Medley! I always like throwing her against the walls. I hurt because I love. You can also shoot a cannon. How awesome is that? Okay, so I just shot one of these birds from far away, and I'm gonna do it again while recording to show you guys how awesome I am. Oh man. Trust me, it was cool. Some people say the sailing is boring, but come on, where's your sense of adventure? I love sailing around and finding random stuff, like this guy. Ha, you're dead. Now I'll take his treasure. Woohoo! Now I rule this stupid piece of wood. My purpose in life is now complete. Also, the atmosphere in this game is amazing. Sometimes I just stand and watch the sun rise over the ocean. And now a storm too? Epic. Yep, Skyward Sword at number 2. I honestly like it that much. I went into Skyward Sword with as blank of expectations as I possibly could, and I ended up being very surprised at just how much I enjoyed the game. The first thing I loved right off the bat was the relationship of Link and Zelda. Finally, I actually cared about Zelda as a person. Character person. Whenever I was stuck on something, I thought to myself, no, I can't give up. I gotta save my girl. Wait, what's this? There's trees in the way. Ah, screw this, I give up. I already mentioned some of the improvements I liked in the Skyward Sword video, so I'll try not to be too repetitious, but I do feel the need to mention the controls again. I was honestly worried about how the motion controls would work, but honestly, I really enjoyed them. I still know some people who prefer the old school controls, and I'm by no means saying that I think full motion controls is the way of the future, but for this game, it works. I have very few real complaints about the game, but I did feel like they could have given you more to explore while flying around on your loft wing. The main town of Skyloft, however, obviously had a lot of time put into it, and I had fun finding all the different side quests and things that it had to offer. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a date with Zelda. Oh, not this again! I'm sure a lot of you saw this coming, Majora's Mask. As much as I loved Skyward Sword, I just couldn't justify putting it over my all-time favorite. No other game matches the dark, eerie feel of Majora's Mask. While I feel like Twilight Princess tried too hard to be dark, Majora's Mask did it perfectly. On the outside, it's just a regular Zelda game. It's colorful and it has the same quirky characters we all love. The only difference is, they're all gonna die. That's right, throughout the entire game, even when you do something good, that feeling doesn't go away. All you have to do is look up and you remember. Oh yeah, I'm gonna die soon! Some people complain about the 3-day mechanic, but that's actually one of my favorite aspects of the game. For some reason, reliving those same 3 days over and over while doing different things each time was really intriguing to me. Alright, so I saved your farm from the alien ghosts. Awesome. Now, I'm gonna go back in time and undo all of it. Hope you're cool with that. By far my favorite aspect of this game, however, is the side quests. Between the Bomber's Notebook quests and collecting all the masks, this game never gets old to me. Except this mask. In fact, I just assume never see that mask ever again in my entire life. Great fairies. Ugh. Hey everybody, thanks for watching. Sadly, Zelda month is technically over, but if you're still itching for some more Zelda, well, listen up. As always, you can check out the video I did last time by clicking here. You can also check out my gameplay, Let's Play channel, where I'm doing some other random videos, a lot of them about Zelda. But if that's just not good enough for you, then I got some other videos from my friends over at Normal Boots that also did some Zelda videos this month. And yeah, they're over here. Check them out. I strongly recommend that you do. Have a good one. Happy days. Happy Thursday. Friday? It's Friday, isn't it? Happy Friday. Whatever day you're watching. Just go. Just get out of here.